Hey guys, so kind of a book haul, but not really. I wanted to show y'all all of my books. I got them all published, and I'm self-publishing, but I got them all printed out. So the book that I want to show y'all today is my newest one, The Banana Man, and I think y'all are going to really like it. It's a horror. It's a horror book. It's kind of surreal. It's a horror. It is, but it's not. It's like more of a thinker, like a thinking type of horror. And so, as you know, I have my coffee. I'm doing my coffee and book time, and but this time it's my own book. And for this copy, I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can get my book, the printed out version or the Kindle version. You can like digitally read it. But I love the way it turned out personally. I got my picture on the back, the description of it, and the front. I didn't put any pictures inside this one, but I did put in a front page. And I think y'all like it. It's not a really long read. It's 453 pages, but the text is double spaced, so it's not that long. And I will read y'all the description on the back so that y'all might be interested in it. It says, for most of Matthew Miller's life, due to his near-death experience, he sees things that others cannot see. The creatures in his other world have only bothered him by sight until one day he sees a man curled up in his backyard. The man, to his shock, turns out to be a 7-foot tall banana shaped like a man. It is also the first humanoid to show up in his invisible world and the first one that he can touch. When he makes the mistake of helping this banana man and fixing its broken peels, he accidentally gives it permission to touch him back. Because of his tendency to randomly freak out over the entities interfering with his life, he is designated as one of the crazy kids in his school. His only friend is another kid named Jack, who truly is crazy, but is also the only one crazy enough to actually believe him and his stories. The only thing separating him from a horrible death is unknown rules such as doorways and the fact that the creature cannot enter them without being invited first, and a mysterious tower that has formed in the middle of his block that only he can see. Now running for his life with a crazy person as his only ally, Matthew has to learn the secrets to his other world and why this creature so relentlessly wants to drill in the top of his head with the tip of his banana head. So that's my description for my book, and I hope it intrigued you a bit. I also printed out my first books. I've already told you about these. This is my first book I ever wrote, which is Eye Ashes. It is 2 horror stories, and I think the cover turned out really, really pretty. I think I'm probably the most pleased with this cover. All of them have been made by me, and yeah, I think I'm the most pleased with this one. I got a couple of copies. And this one is 2 dark stories that will keep you guessing. The first story on it is Do I Need a Reason? And the description is, have you ever just not liked a person just because you could? Well, rich and popular Katniss sure did. She was actually a very pretty girl, at least on the outside, and had money to burn. But even that was not enough to cool her intense hate for an average girl named Brianna. Every day, she would torture this girl until the day things got too far. Will she get away with it, or will there be hell to pay? It's a very short read. This one is extremely, extremely little, tiny little book. Reflections, the next story. No matter what mirror I look at, there's always something there with me. Always right beside my own reflection. Just a shadow, nothing more. But it's annoying though, almost scary. No, actually it's very scary. Like it's raw in some way. These are the last words that young Christina said to her therapist. Will anyone believe her before the shadow comes out of the mirror? So that's the bag. I got my picture on this as well. All the links will be in the description. This one will have the link as well. ready to be printed out if you want, because a lot of people don't really like to deal with Kindle. It's like you either love Kindle or you don't love it. And I think that I'm kind of in between. I like a nice hard copy book too. I read all my secret books hard copy. So I kind of get why everybody why nobody wants to do a Kindle all the time. So it's ready to be printed out anytime you want it. And the last one, well, actually, Quartz is the last one, but I've already done a whole video on my book on this one. This guy is a big read, but it's my last one. This one is Salvia. This cover I think turned out pretty nice. This one's fully a spooky story, kind of almost like science-y spooky, but it deals in some interesting things. I'll read the back for y'all. Salvia. Why do people freak out on salvia? What do they see? Why do most people never do the drug again? These are the questions that young scientist Dahlia Ashworth is determined to find out no matter what. But does the cost of discovery become too high when she accidentally unlocks the horrors of salvia for herself? So this one is about that certain drug that people used to take back in the day and why they used to scream and freak out over it. And I made a whole spooky story about that. They're seeing into maybe another dimension, another world. And I think y'all might like this one too. So I'm very pleased with all of my books. This was such a treat for me, and I am ecstatic with how they turned out. My favorite so far is the Banana Man. Story-wise, the Banana Man is my favorite story that I've wrote. And my favorite cover is Eye Ashes. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because I got them all printed out. And I'm very excited about it. I love it. I can read y'all a few pages of this one. I don't want this to be a long... I don't want this to be a long video. So I might just actually hold off on that. So these are all of my printed out books. I'm super excited. And I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I think, yes, I'm definitely going to make another video reading the first chapter of The Banana Man. So stay tuned for that video. And I'll talk to y'all guys later. Okay, bye.